I was never really the type that wanted to go to church. Don't get me wrong, I believe in God and whatnot. I've just always felt my relationship with Christ was something personal. However, recently, in hopes of finding guidance, I decided to go to church with my friend Corey, who was also looking for some clarity. Being complete noobs in terms of religion and church, we decided to use Google Maps and just head to the nearest one. Corey pulled out his T-Mobile Samsung Galaxy 3 and began to see which one was closest. Side note, Corey and his family are stricken with poverty, which is why he has a T-Mobile Samsung Galaxy 3. After 48 seconds of waiting for Google to load, the results found a church about 2 miles away. The Church of Satin, Corey read aloud. It looks like it's over on 5th and Sherm. Weird name, I thought to myself. But again, I'm a complete noob when it comes to church and religion, so I didn't really question the name. On the walk over, me and Corey discussed how we thought church would be. I hope there's not singing, I said to Corey. Yeah, I feel that, he responded. Do you think there'll be mixed martial arts? Corey asked me. Why the hell would they have mixed martial arts? I said. I don't know, Corey responded, but wouldn't it be sweet? We continued our conversation till we arrived at the building. I was expecting a traditional church-like building. However, the GPS led us to an alley and a black metal door. Do you think this is the place? I said to Corey. Only one way to find out. He then began banging on the door. After a few moments, a little sliding window on the door opened, revealing a pair of scary, crooked eyeballs. What's the password? The man said behind the door. Password? Me and Corey said, confused. Yeah, this is a private shindig. We can't just let anybody come in off the streets. You guys could be cops or something, the man explained behind the door. Look, me and my friend aren't cops. We're just two 15-year-olds looking to find a church to join. The man looked at both of us up and down, and then told us he had to seek permission for us to enter. The little window then slid shut, and after a brief wait, he returned. Good news, fellas. It seems 2 spots just opened up, and we'd be happy to have you as new members. He again slid the little window shut and began unlocking the door. Right this way, gentlemen. In the now open door stood a middle-aged white man, dressed like a clown. Me and Corey looked at each other confused, shrugged our shoulders, and followed the man into the building. First things first, my name is Randall Washington. I've been a part of this here church for about 3 years now, and it's one of the most badass things you'll ever be a part of. I never thought church could be badass, I said to Randall. Well, you'd be surprised, my friend. Just last week we held a mixed martial arts tournament, and there was 7 knockouts. I looked at Corey in disbelief and asked Randall if he was joking. Nah, for real, bro. I got videos on my phone. He then pulled out his phone and showed us a video of what I assume was 2 nuns beating the holy hell out of each other. No pun intended. We continued to follow the man and walked down a long, narrow hallway, which had portraits of the founding members hanging on the wall. A majority of them were white, but I seen at least 2 Hispanics, a black guy, and a goat dressed like a scientist. Although they were typical portraits, For some reason, they gave me the heebie-jeebies. We entered into an office and Randall sat down and began to pull out some paperwork. All right, gentlemen, this is just a standard contract stating you will keep all of our secrets secret, and if you fail to do so, we will kill you in your sleep, along with anyone you've told. Assuming he was joking, I started to laugh and said, "Good one." The man then looked at me disgusted and asked what I thought was so funny. "What kind of secrets could a church have?" I said. "Well, for one, last week one of our members had sex with his grandmother, and we circled around the two while jerking off. Oh, and just before you two knocked on the front door, we were sacrificing 2 members to our Lord Baphomet." By the way the man spoke, I could tell he wasn't lying. He then continued to go over the paperwork. "So there's an annual membership fee of $45, and every 3rd Tuesday of the month we have a Taco Tuesday Jamboree." He then slid over the contracts, and across the top of the front page read the words, "Church of Satan, not Satin." Side note, not only was Corey's life riddled with poverty, he was also illiterate. Sir?" I said while trying to keep it cool. "Do you mind if me and my friend use the room in private? He's illiterate and I just want to go over it with him before we sign." "No problem at all. I was finna hit the vending machine anyway, fam. You two dudes want anything?" "No, we're fine," I said. The man then left and closed the door behind him. "Corey, listen. This isn't the Church of Satan. This is the Church of Satan." "Dear God," Corey said, ashamed. "What have I done?" "It's okay, Corey. I should have remembered you couldn't read, but that's not important. We gotta get the hell out of here." "But how?" Corey said in terror. "Randall will be back any minute. Don't worry and listen to me. When the man comes back in here, I'm gonna act like I left the iron on, and we'll tell him we'll be right back." "All right, bet," Corey said as he regained his composure. Soon after, the man came back in the room with a pack of powdered donuts and hot Cheetos, throwing them onto his desk as he sat back down. "So did you explain the contract to your illiterate friend?" "Oh yeah, we went over everything. But listen, man, I think I left the iron on at my house, and if it burns down, I'll be grounded for sure. Do you mind if we come back and sign these after?" "Yes, that should be fine," the man said. "Me and your friend will just finish up while you run home and check." Shit, I thought to myself. "Actually, I gotta get going too," Corey calmly said. "And why is that?" Randall inquired. "Well, I think I left the iron on too." I gave Corey a what the fuck look for using the same excuse, and Randall could tell something wasn't right. "You think you left the iron on as well?" Randall asked Corey. "Tell me, what was it you were ironing exactly? Because the shirt you wear today has more wrinkles than my 72-year-old grandmother." "And you," the man said while shifting his focus towards me, "you're wearing a sweatsuit. Who the hell irons a sweatsuit?" Me and Corey were clearly busted. Not knowing what to do, I grabbed a powdered donut from his desk, crushed it in my hand, and then threw it in his face. The man stumbled back clearly in pain, grabbing at his eyes. "Corey, we gotta get out of here." Me and Corey ran out the door and back down the hall we came from, and as we did, the people in the portraits became ghosts, and started chasing us towards the exit. Luckily for us, we made it out before they caught up. Then me and Corey went straight to the police station and filed a report. Afterwards, we went to the alley where the door was, but to our surprise, it was gone. Do you know wasting a police officer's time is a criminal offense? An officer with a pair of nunchucks said. Sir, I promise, it was right here. Yeah, another officer said, annoyed. Let's get back to looking for Nighthawk. The police then got in their vehicle and drove off as me and Corey stood in disbelief. We then headed our separate ways, wondering what the hell happened on our way home. And to this day, we never found out. So, scary satanic clown, let's not meet again. But if we do, hopefully it's for you to say you were just clowning around.